Some Georgia GOP lawmakers are calling for a special legislative session to discuss the removal of Fulton County DA Fani Willis from office, saying her investigation of former President Trump is politically motivated while the county deals with a backlog of thousands of felony cases. Well, today, Georgia Governor Brian Kemp said despite his personal feelings about the investigation, he does not have the authority, he said, to call a special session, nor does he think it would be constitutional, adding this.
Up to this point, I have not seen any evidence that DA Willis's actions or lack thereof warrant action by the Prosecuting Attorney Oversight Commission. But that will ultimately be a decision that the commission will make.
Governor Kemp is doing the right thing. There doesn't seem to be a basis to remove her from office. I mean, the Georgia Constitution actually protects her from removal from office unless she commits a crime. Now, granted, her investigation of him was very aggressive and was pursuant to political promises that she made when she ran for office, which to some of us singes our ears, but that's the system in Georgia. The judges run, the prosecutors run for office, they make promises, they get elected, they either deliver or don't deliver on their promises. As much as one may not like what's happening to the president in Georgia, the governor's correct. That's not a basis under Georgia law to remove her from office or to interfere with her prosecution.
Yeah, and our founders might make the argument that's why you have elections. But let me ask you about the arraignment process. The former president pled today. Now, educate us a little bit on this. We thought this was going to happen September 6th.
Well, an arraignment is really just a formality, Bob, and most judges hate them. Myself among them. I can remember having to do 300 or 400 in a day. They really are only valuable when the charges against the defendant are not valid, or you have the wrong defendant, you have the wrong person, and you've got to sort of straighten that out to make sure you're not incarcerating someone who doesn't belong being incarcerated. But in a white-collar case where everybody knows the defendant, where everybody understands the charges against him, where he has lawyers to explain the charges against him, there's no reason to have the arraignment. So normally an arraignment is right after incarceration, like I said, to make sure that they have the right person in jail. But because of backlogs in courthouses, arraignments take place nowadays, sometimes even weeks after the person has been charged.